Open up to Luke 24. On the first day of the week, very early in the morning, the woman took the spices they prepared and went to the tomb. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they entered, they didn't find the body of the Lord, Yeshua, Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly two men in garments that radiated like lightning stood beside them. In their fear, the women bowed down their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen. Remember what he told you while he was still with you in Galilee. The Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men, be crucified. But on the third day he will rise again." Now this message is going to be the resurrection, but it's going to be very much applied to what's happening now prophetically. In many ways, this past year, it's appeared that much of the world has gone crazy. Have you felt that? It could be said that maybe being locked up, they're trying to figure out why, being locked up, mass quarantine for months could drive anybody crazy. But it's deeper than that. We've watched people act irrationally, fanatically. We've seen craziness in the political realm, in the ideological realm, on the left, on the right. For months we witnessed cities on fire, multitudes rioting. We've seen the U.S. Capitol overrun by a multitude, conservatives chanting death to the vice president. We've had violent clashes between members of Antifa on the left and Proud Boys on the right. We've seen people calling for the removal of all police and then wondering why crime has exploded. We see delusions accepted by masses of people without any legitimate evidence. Conspiracy theories. We've seen the rise of QAnon, conspiracy narratives embraced by millions. A massive embrace of the doctrines, on the other hand, of wokeness. A left-wing movement involves denying that there is any real thing, such thing as man and woman, male and female. That's a myth. They say man and woman is a myth. What they're saying is a myth. We've seen a movement to transition children to surgically resemble those of the opposite sex. And then to force everybody to affirm this, it's all mythology. It's a myth. And it's infected the media. One of the three major networks recently announced it's impossible to determine a baby's sex at birth. Really? It's quite easy. It's invaded big business. Sectors of government, big tech, Hollywood, the educational system, liberal churches, even the United States military, which if you didn't realize has been recently transformed into a vessel of LGBT and trans ideology and more. At the same time, there is the push by this mythology to silence anybody who questions it or says, no, this is wrong. And you're wondering sometimes, how could they believe this? How could they do this? What I'm going to tell you may surprise you, because what I'm going to tell you is that it's not about the lockdown. It's about our faith. Why? You see, this madness, this irrationality, the doctrines of political correctness, wokeness, was germinating long before this lockdown. We've been witnessing it for years. We've been witnessing America and the West falling away from God, from the faith. It's been going on for a long time. Suddenly it accelerated in the 21st century. Do you know that the percentage of Americans who say I'm Christian has held steady since the 1930s to the 21st century? But all of a sudden it's been collapsing.